And we are live. Greetings, one and all. Welcome back once more to the shed. Hope everybody can hear me, see me. Just give me a little reminder in the chat, if you please. 5 by 5. Thank you, Anthony. And a very good morning to you. Uh, Thank you, Paul. Perfect. Thanks, Martin. Nice to see you. And to you, Paul and Dino, loud and clear. Many thanks, guys. I'm just keeping an eye on the trains here because this is a little bit hairy because I've got 4 trains running on 2 tracks. I've tried to get them speed matched so they don't catch each other up, but a little difficult, but everything seems to be happening okay at the moment. Sun and Trains, a very good morning, a good afternoon to you. FFS, scare the crap out of me. I had this on another screen. Oh, okay. So that's obviously a personal problem. Chuck Schreiber, a very good day to you. And we've got John and Holly, Summer Breeze Model Railway in the chat. Very good to see you. Todd Armstrong from the land of Canada. Great to see you as always. Chobberton Junction is Anthony, but we call him Tony, so there's a little differentiation there. Yes, I can say differentiation with these teeth in. Yes, I can. A very good day to you all. Yes, another Sunday, a little overcast. Temperatures not what it could be. If this was summer, it would be wonderful. We'd all be in t-shirts and vests and things like that, but it's winter woolies and heaters and that kind of stuff. But I'm sure you understand. Yes, everything's spaced out at the moment. It's working very well. Touch wood. 0 degrees centigrade, 32 Fahrenheit here, and snowing in Ohio. That's Toledo, Ohio. Nothing to do with the wind. That's another thing entirely. Toledo, is that Spain? There's a Toledo in Spain. Yes, I digress. And I believe we've got Alan in as well. I mean, I could just check on who's here and but I'll say hello to everyone that's active. Over Van Zon, someone was demoing a very simple block controller that would make this kind of operations a lot less scary. Well, it's not scary, but I just have to be mindful of what's occurring and where. So I'll have Marty Feldman eyes today. Digger Evans has joined us. A very good day to you, Digger. Great to see you and welcome in. Yes, various greetings going on in the chat. Yes, you said hello already. Yes, it's Wild West Day today. The only one that steps outside of that really is the D10, which is right behind me there. And the reason that the D10 is on the layout is I want to prove the point to my my friend over at Red Dead Railroad that this can actually get round very tight corners. And it can, but there was a problem. I didn't realize at the time. First time I tried it, it jumped the track, and I thought, what on earth? Second time I tried it, it jumped the track, and I thought, wow, perhaps it can't get round really tight corners. But when I looked, this is the brake hanger block in it. I'll just show that up against my hand. This is the brake rigging underneath, and as you can see, it's got a couple of cracks in it. So what was happening, the driving wheels were actually grabbing onto this, probably via the rods, and literally climbing itself on top of the brake rigging. So I'm going to have to stick this and put it back inside. And that, I think, is the bugbear. If it doesn't go around tight corners, there's a good chance that that might have a little crack in it. And that's the brake blocks underneath the locomotive. So a little bit of investigative work there. So I took that off. It's only held by 6 little pins, plastic pins that locate in holes. So I took it off, and it runs quite happily backwards and forwards around this very, very tight curve right here. Let me just ease the screen down a bit. This one's the tightest curve I have on the layout. And that, I believe, is a radius 2. It was just so I could get an extra little siding in here to store locomotives on. Get rid of the brakes. You don't need them. Yeah. Where we're going, we don't need brakes. Right. I'll just keep you a little lower so you can see some of the action. A quick reveal. 597 is catching. So let me just damp this one down a bit. 597. You can go down to 14. That's it. That should address that. The other thing is, do I speed one up or slow the other one down? But they're just tickling around nicely at the moment. So the D10's on there. So your D10 is running without any brakes right now. Yes, afraid so, Todd, until I effect a few repairs to that brake rigging. The brakes are very, very close to the wheels. I mean, scale, you couldn't get a cigarette paper between them. So if they're not being held properly because of the brake rods are cracked, it tends to throw itself out of alignment, and the rods, wheels catch on it, and they start to climb itself off the track. So that's just one of those things. So a little bit of fettling, and that should be fine. Artie is in the chat. Very good day to you, Artie. I'm sorry I couldn't make the live stream last night, but I was feeling a little tired, and I thought, well, I'll have an early night. Put the teeth in. Christos Model Eisenbahn. Very good day to you. Trackside Mike has joined us. There's Tuna Salad Mike himself. Very good to see you, Mike. Hope Canada's frost-free. I wouldn't bank on it, because if they've got snow in Toledo, you're not that far north of there. And if anything, you'll be around 0 degrees, I am guessing. It's snowing this morning. Yeah, I figured. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that, Mike. It's not snowing here. So, but if you like that kind of thing, excellent. Contact Big Mike from the West End and Dwight Curley. Is Dwight Curley in the chat? Have I seen Dwight? Is Dwight in the chat? Has anybody seen Dwight? Dwight, come in. Your time is up. Keep it on the tracks. Yeah, that's a brilliant saying, Mike. I'm glad you invented it for everybody to steal. So, yes, what else am I running today? Apart from the D10, which is pulling some Chicago and Northwestern Athens coaches, on the same track is the Southern 440, just for John 7, Mystic Railroad John, and a rake of 4 Southern coaches. So that's on the inside track. On the outside track, we've got Sierra number 3. My interpretation of Sierra number 3. It's the old Tyco 460, and I heavily modified it. Sound, DCC, smoke, lights. Well, more lights than it should have. It's a bit of a mishmash. I never quite finished it. Once I got all the electronics done and it all worked, I was so relieved that I just went, ugh. So there's things like the boiler rails, the handrails that go around the boiler, which I haven't done yet, and a few bits and pieces. But it's coming from, it's right there. As you can see, it's with its new motor, it goes really quite well. I didn't get it perfect because you put it in reverse and it jumps a bit. I think it's getting close to the end of the worm, and the worms on these are a little bit rough, so it catches the end of the worm. But going forward, it works like a dream. And on the other side, I've slowed that down a little too much now. Let me speed them up a bit. Up to 18. There we go. Is an Athon Roundhouse 260 in a very similar wheel style to the Sierra number 3. And that's all decked out in Denver and Rio Grande colours. True to form, the Sierra number 3 is pulling a 3-coach rake of Sierra Overton cars, a flat car and a caboose. The caboose is from Oregon, but I like that one. So it's a bit of owner's choice, if you like. Rule number one. Ray Bertelson has joined us. Hello, Ray. Very nice to see you. I sent you my address, so very kind of you to think of me. Tell me what the postage cost is from where you are when you get to the post office, and I'll happily pay them. My caboose is from Ohio, as is the rest of me. Absolutely. Ohio seems to be the center of the planet as regards railroads these days. There was the meet and greet there, which I very much enjoyed watching all the videos from there. Any Rivarossi cars on the track today? They made a lot of old style cars. Yes, they did indeed, Ivo, but I don't think there are any. They're all literally Athon Roundhouse or original Roundhouse. Thanks, Ray. Very good of you, mate. Really appreciate it. For those that don't know, Ray's got a tank car, which is in the Napa Valley Railway colours for the rest of the little train I got from SJ. So, yeah, that's great. Had a blast last weekend in Ohio. Yeah, well attended. Anthony Dodge was there and the lovely Joyce. I saw Trackside Mike, and there was Pappy there, and as many of the denizens of US railroading, Stormy Sky Steve, Stormy Sky Dave, Stormy Sky Jenny, just loads and loads of people, and Indian Head Railroad, which is Wilma, was there also. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was there were trains, there were lots of people. It could have been kinder with the weather, because I know it was the wind was a little shrill. Let me just keep an eye on things. Yeah, everyone's happy. Everyone's happy at the moment. I've kept the sounds down because otherwise it will get. There's Curly. Well, hey, hello, Dwight. No, nobody's lost any coaches yet. Just finishing off what I was saying to Ivo, I do have some of those Rivarossi coaches. There's three flavors that you can get in those coaches. Virginia and Truckee that I've seen. You've also got Ashton, Topeka, and Santa Fe, and the Kansas red coaches, and it's those three. I've got a set of each. There's a few missing, which I'm gonna try addressing. So I'll be looking for those. And there's Liz. Hello, Liz. Wonderful for you to join us. Dwight, I won't be able to make your stream today. We have to go to a luncheon after church. Well, that involves food. Sierra number 3 still lives. Niles Canyon Railroad, California. Yeah, that's, what do they call it? It's Steamtown. something like that. Steamtown 97. Yeah. I know they spent quite a bit of money putting it all back together because it needed some boiler attention, new boiler, I believe. And it's looking great and it sounds great. And what a history. Very good morning to you too, Liz. It's really cold in the train room. It's really cold just about everywhere, Dwight, apart from down under where Artie is and Mon. And there it's getting summer. Which does mean storms, but there you go. Make sure you bundle up then, Dwight. Yeah, get those heaters on, boy. Make sure you're not shivering and shaking like poor Blondie was with the fireworks last night. She was sitting there. Woof. Didn't like it. NWRMG. A very good day to you. Hello. If you want to say who you are and have a little mention about where you are in the world, feel free to do so. Jamestown, that's it. Thanks, Ray. And not far from there is, on the other side of the mountains, there's the Virginia and Truckee. So that's two within 70 odd miles of each other. I would love to. That is a real bucket lister. And I've got trouble. I'll let you see. When it comes around. D10's lost their coaches and they've ended up in front of the 440, which is doing an 8-car train at the moment. Have a look at this when it comes around. It should be right here. Look, I'm pointing. Here it comes. 1, 2, a 3, and a 4. 440, and another 1, 2, 3, 4. It happens. This is live. This is absolutely live. In Ireland, mild temperature, clear skies. Well, I'm glad to hear it because the Emerald Isle is notorious for lots of rainfall, as you well know. But yes, it's not raining here at the moment. Keep your fingers crossed. Anyway, welcome in. Nice to see you. I'm running some American trains today. It's HO track. I can run 00, I can run HO, and quite often I do. So, yeah, it's make it up as you go along. But today's Wild West Day. I'm going to have to address this little problem here. I'll do it once it gets behind me. I'll have my little little picker to open up the knuckle couplers. So I'll give that a shot. I'll try and do it on the move, but I'm not making any predictions. Let's put it that way. The grey began last week and will probably last till April. Yuck. Yeah, the weather. What can we do about the weather? Not much. It's chaotic. Right. Let's have a bash. Carefully now. Oh, yes. She's uncoupled. Now it's a race to get to the D10. Come on, D10. And we are connected. Well, that was successful, wasn't it? Huh? It could have been. You see, Dwight, it happens to me also. Some of the couple of heights on those old Athen roundhouse logo, those are out of a box that they built. So these are the modern version of the old roundhouse kits. And the knuckle height is pants, really. It's all over the place. But that's what happens. This is live. Dwight knows what I'm talking about because, yeah, you get some of them. That is right on the very edge of what it's capable of. I might have to, let's have a quick change round. See if I can find a knuckle on there which is a little bit lower. Either that or wrap a bit of wire around it. Well, it could be that the D10s is a bit low. I hadn't thought of that. But the chances are the Athern ones are a little bit high. So, I mean, I could just chim it to keep the couple of height down. Buggered, yeah. Well, it's not quite buggered, but there was once a statistic that said Toledo, Ohio is the cloudiest city in the US from November to the 1st of April. We call it the grey. Yeah, well, at least it's a temperate climate. I know you very much like the snow and the cold weather. Can't say I'm that enthusiastic, but oh, there's Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Running quite a bit of American stock today. There's a Canadian D10, which is on the track because I wanted to prove that it could go round curves, tight curves. There's an old Tyco, Casey Jones Sierra number 3, right there, remotored, DCC, sound, smoke. Of course, I haven't got the sound on at the moment, otherwise there'd be quite a din in here. Go viral, go home. There's Chris. Hello, Chris. Lovely to see you. I do have, right here, a Canadian D10. Right there. Look, I'm pointing. It's pulling some Chicago and Northwest coaches, but artistic license. That's the words I was looking for. And Eric has joined us. Hello, Eric. I hope you're well today, mate. I know you're struggling with the kidneys and the diabetes, and that's really hard, Eric. So I hope you're battling through it. Everyone, please hit the like button. Well, it's optional, but if you would like to do that, that would be very kind of you. The more thumbs up, the better. And is that Rapido? It is indeed. This one, I was speaking to James, and he arranged for Todd to get one out of the line, and because I wanted an undecorated one, and I wanted a coal burner, and I wanted a high headlight. So that was the 3 things that I wanted from the D10, because that lends itself to a little more old time rather than an oil burner, low light, that kind of thing. And Todd went through, gave it a really good run. It was sent out to James, and James sent it to me. It did cost an arm and a leg in import duties, something like a $600 Canadian dollar model. So it's not cheap. And then Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs whacked me with 20% on top of that. So it was another 1/5 of the price. Yeah, here's Todd's face. Yeah. So yeah, that stung a bit, but I wanted it. Ouch. Yeah, I know. Ouch. It was an ouch, but I was prepared. The money was there, so whatever they hit me with, I could pay it and get the model. The trouble was, I was on annual leave at the time, so we had a vacation, and it looked like it was that they kept it, and I had 21 days in which to pay the money, and I was away somewhere out in the West Country. Anyway, I got back before the deadline and paid the money, and yeah, that's the one, Todd. Anyway, it arrived. It works. The sounds are great. And apart from the little crack in one of these, which is the brake hangers underneath the loco, As you can see there, it's got a couple of cracks in it, which on tight curves tends to derail it. Because I thought, nah, if it says 18-inch radius on the box or minimum 22-inch radius, whatever, it should do it. And although it's got very, very fine flanges on the wheels, it does it just fine. This little curve here, that's a radius 2, which is something like 18 or 19 inches. So it's a pretty tight curve. And without the brake rigging on there, it goes up and down that fine. So for my great friend over at Red Dead Railroad, yes, it works fine. I just relieved it of the brake rods, which was causing the tightness and trouble, and I'll glue that back together and get it all set up. Easy fix then. Yeah, it's an easy fix. Yeah, no crisis. Things break when they get handled all the time. Well, you've got to remember it's gone all the way from Canada over to here. So you had the Canadian parcel service. Well, it had to get to James first. So that was in the post or courier, whatever. Then from James, it went into the postal service, then onto an aeroplane, then into customs. And then once I paid the folding stuff, again, it hit the UK postal service, which can be a bit of a rugby match. And yeah, you don't see it unless it's you don't see it unless, yeah, well, picking the bones out of that. Oh, okay, Todd. Yeah, it's very kind of you. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an issue, but I just want to do it carefully. I might build a little flat jig so I can get all the parts back together straight. Yeah, it's been handled worldwide, so these things happen. But it all looked. Oh, hang on. Let me just slow this one down. That's it. It just caught up Sierra number 3. I just heard it whack it up the rear exhaust pipe. So I'll keep her there for a minute. And then I'll get you down onto the track so you can see some action. Just run it notch 8. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, what? Sparky speed. I tend to go more for jack speed. For those that don't know, Sparky speed is super fast and jack speed is super slow. So shall I just invent Andy speed? Let's get this show on the road again. That was up around about 16. And if that's too fast, I'll set it at 15. Full tune. Yeah, so it won't catch it. But there you go. 4 trains. It's going to get a bit hairy. Let me just slow down our southern locomotive, which is 3858. I don't want to slow it down too much, otherwise the other one will catch it up and you get this comedy going on. But anyway, never mind. So that's the 4. There's the Southern 440. There's the D10, which is a 460. There's Sierra number 3, which is a 460. And there's also number 597 over there, which is a 260. So, yeah, this is 1880s, 1900s. We want to crash. No, you don't, Paul. Cheers, everybody. Here's the cup and it's coffee. BN Ironwood Railroads. Well, we've definitely got railroads for you today. There's Sierra number 3, just going past in the background. We've got a Canadian D10. There's a 260 and a 440. So, yeah, Fast Cars and Motorbikes. Very good to see you. New to the channel. What with have sub to chat your not big channel? That sounds very familiar in its use of English, but I'll let that ride. Yeah, well, welcome in. And yeah, it's a small channel, and I hope it stays that way, because when you get to be a big channel, that's when the troubles start. It makes you a target, and people like targets to take pot shots at. So I'm happy just to be a small channel, and I'm happy also to blend in with a crowd. If nobody taps me on the shoulder and says, "You're a hot dog pilot, aren't you?" Biff. I'd be happy with that. So the anonymity is complete at the moment. If somebody does know me, like Dino, he can pick me out in the crowd. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. Cheers, Dino. Anyway, with the shaky cam, let's get you down on the track so we can see some action. Okay, so I'm coming to the UK then. I saw that, Artie. You're welcome anytime, mate. What makes a channel a big channel? Is there a number? When it gets into, I don't know, what would you call a big channel? 10,000 subscribers or more? Then, yeah, that I'd call a big channel. Right. Meanwhile, down on the track, there we go. That should do. Yeah, I'm sorry about the operations, inspection and maintenance of steam locomotives manual there, but I have to have my cheat sheets. So that's where my cheat sheets are living at the moment. And everything is still coupled. So I'm glad about that. There's Chris. Hello, Chris. 9 is quite a big channel relative to 5. Yeah. 10K plus. Yeah, I'm with you there, Dino. When you start getting some real traction like that, then people seem to think it's a free-for-all and they can say what they want, and you know, which is a shame, you know, because people just can't hold on to their bile anymore. But never mind. Oh, I just noticed there's a speaker here. That's a 25 by 25 by 7 bass reflex. Oh, it's not a bass reflex, it's a mega bass speaker from Roads and Rails. If you need speakers in the UK, or DCC sound, or DCC chips, that's your first port of call. Richard at Roads and Rails. I'll pop that down there. There goes the D10. What a wonderful locomotive. And boy, can that creep. If you put that down to 1 speed step, it will barely move. It won't buzz or do anything nasty. It will just perform. So let me just go back to and speed this one up a bit, because now Sierra number 3 is catching the 260. Gas Class 58 has just put up an Acura Scale Class 50 video. And Captain Static has joined us. For those that don't know Captain Static, Captain Static, that's good. I'm training these teeth for the dog, you know. That is Mark of Stanover Model Railway. There's he does have some other nicknames, but we won't go into that. Never mind. It's great to have you here, Mark. Always a pleasure. Right, they seem to have sprung apart again. Or have they? They are now speed matched, but I'm going to have to speed up 597 a little bit. It's coming towards you right now. That's this one. Because Sierra number 3 is catching him hand over fist. and then I'll slow that down a bit. And RGJ Trains, that's Rob and Grace. Hello, Rob and Grace. Nice to see you. 4 trains today. Right, they're suitably spaced out now, so I'll just pop the speed down to about 17, I think. There's not much matching on these. Some are at 50 speed steps, others are at 20, another one's at 30. It's potluck with the speed steps. If you notice, the next time Sierra number 3 comes around, on the caboose, there's a cracker hanging off the back. That's a little tip of the hat to my favourite railroad film, Emperor of the North. If you haven't got it, go out and buy it, blag it, steal it. Just watch it. It's a brilliant film, based around the time of the Great Depression in the USA. It's a brilliant film, quite violent, but that's all part of the story. From behind you, here comes the 440 in beautiful green southern colours. I do like that. White wall tyres, you can't go wrong. And D10 is catching my little southern. So let's get some more distance there. Speed up a bit. That is a Bachmann Spectrum. That's it. They should spring apart now. The D10 is Rapido. Wonderful, wonderful detailed. The mechanism in there, super smooth and silky, right down to the very low numbers. I can't reiterate that enough. The speed control on that is absolutely superb. Sierra number 3 with Casey hanging out of the cab. And here is the Oregon Railroad and Navigation Company. There's old Cracker hanging off the back. Oh, yeah, you can just see him. Well, hey, a bit of fun. 198 kilometers an hour scale speed. What's that in old-fashioned miles an hour? Let's say 200 times 6, 120 miles an hour. Because you times it by 0.6, but it's easier to times by 6, and then just shift the decimal point. Thanks, Sandy. Would have been in more often, but I had to prioritise my time practicing for my assessment day on Tuesday. Well, any assessment is probably having a bit of an effect on the digestive tract. So good luck with whatever you're doing there, Mark. I'm sure you'll breeze it and you're worrying about nothing. It's always the case, but anytime we're tested, I'm sure Anthony will know all about squirming students. It's one of those things in life. We just have to prove it all the time, which is a shame, but quite necessary for any employer or anything like that. But knowing what I know about you, Mark, I'm sure it'll be fine. What are you running? Okay, there's the Rapido D10 with some Chicago and Northwestern, what are they, Athens Roundhouse. These are the ones that are not kit built. They come ready to run. There's Sierra number 3 pulling the Sierra Railroad Overton coaches, flat truck, caboose. Coming around, the next one on show will be Southern Railway 440 Bachmann Spectrum, pulling some, again, Athens Roundhouse out of the box. I think they are, what are they? They're not Overtons, they're stretched version of Overtons. Harrimans, something like that. I can check the box. Oh, let's have a look. Check the box, check the box, check the box. Overlands, they are. It's the Overland set. Now I wonder if without the, let me just go on to Sierra number 3's number, which is 3333. I wonder if the smoke will work without having the sound on. Shall we give it a try? Got to run, trackside Mike, off to the club. Cheers, Mike. Have a nice day, matey. I know the day's just beginning for you, but have a good one, trackside Mike. Keep it on the tracks. Right, let's try function 6 and see what happens. No, it won't work without the sound on. Well, there you go. I did try. And we've got Tony Pennell's in. There's Tony Northeastern, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant scale modeler. Tony's taken a bit of time off to obviously do other things. But it's great to have you back, Tony. Love your videos, mate. Always something super cool to watch. And Tony's trains are just sublime. Absolutely sublime. I noticed the one you were running, Tony, it was the Coronation set. I envy you there, mate, because I haven't got a set of that. It passed me by before I could make a grab. So if ever you want to sell it, yeah, I'm a happy buyer, because Hornby haven't. I don't know what they've done with the tooling, which must have cost them a fortune. I just wish they'd make some more. But there you go. Never mind. These things happen. Right, well, let's try to get Sierra smoking. So if I go sound on and off, which is F8, doesn't seem to want to know. It's definitely 3333. Let's see if no, it don't seem to. It's not taking any commands from me whatsoever at the moment. So if I want to change anything on Sierra number 2, I'm just going to have to press emergency stop, and that don't even work. It's a runaway train. Oh well, never mind. Let's try something different. If I stop 597, 597 is stopped. Now I can get a hold of 3333 and stop her. Right, let's see if that helped. Nope. I'm going to have to lift her off the track for a minute. But she's got a power bank in there. So that's going to have to go right down to nothing. There we go. No, it's not helping. Let me get this on an isolated track. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, these things happen. Right, she's now on an isolated track. So track number 2. Right, let's see what happens now. That's better. Let's go for 8. That's worked. Right, now I can put her back on the track and get her moving. Right. Sorry, ladies and gents, I'll be with you in a minute. Uh-oh, that didn't help. Uh-oh. So this is what happens when you try to get flash. Oh, Artie's off. Cheers, Artie. Well, I do try to please Tony. I try to please myself mostly, but yeah, it's nice to run some trains. Right, let's see if I can get Sierra number 3 back on the track. Right, let's see if she works now. 8. Power's on. Let's go recall around to 597, get her moving. Up to 17. Recall. Right, let me just go to that one, press 8. Right, let me just go to that one, press 8. That's better. Right, now let's get Sierra number 3 going before the other one catches it up. Here we go. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? Oh, that's right. Got a wheel off. Ah. Oh dear, sorry ladies and gents, it's one of those days. Never mind, we'll get there. That's better. She's now on the track. Now I'm going to have to separate them. Normal service will be resumed shortly. Right, here we go. Okie dokie. Right, Sierra number 3. Get moving. She's moving. Yes, she's moving. Go back to 597. Button 8. There we go. 6. And we have smoke, ladies and gentlemen. 597. Move it. Okay, we're there. Oh, Rail Stalker Adventures. I'm very well, thank you. There's Sierra number 3. Casey Jones. Showing some steam. Very cool. 6 is off. Oh, my words. That was a marathon. Sorry about that, chaps. And ladies. I tell you, Liz, it was a real pain in the backside trying to shoehorn that into an old Tyco. It was, sorry, the smoke's hanging in here. Yeah, it's a lot of the original locomotive was live, like one side being live. So it was very difficult to make sure everything was insulated properly. And that all changed when I remotored it. And I managed to isolate the motor from the rest of the cage, which is still half live. I can't remember if it was positive or negative live. And the rest of it is picked up from the tender, which meant I had to also have a power bank in there to keep the lights on. So here comes Sierra number 3. Let's get some smoke going as she comes in. I can actually dim down. There's a function on here to dim the headlight. There you go. That's dimmed. That's full on. That's dimmed. Function 6. Pop. Here comes the smoke. Or not. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Yes, indeed. It's a Schuth smoke unit, which I think the Germans pronounce as Zauter or Zauter. It's Seuth, and they've been making smoke units since the 50s. Ivo, if he's still in the chat, would probably have some more information about that. Smoking, absolutely. Tony, I do like my play value. If I had cowboys and Indians, I would happily put them all over the layout and try and make it a little more authentic. Off camera, of course. Yeah, play with the cavalry. But that's another story. Oh, it's very kind of you, Eric. And this strange individual loves you all too. I do like that D10. Thanks, Todd. It's an absolute cracker. Schuth is no more? How can that be? Right. Well, here's one for the past. Here comes a Schuth smoke unit. Come on, Sierra. There we go. Pop. That's as good as a smoke machine I can shoehorn into this here locomotive. What are we going to do without Schuth? Last production run, owner winning a retirement. Oh, that's an absolute blow. You mean to tell me that there's nobody that can take it on? I can't believe there is nobody that would take a business that is obviously making money from saps like me particularly in Germany, you know, they're known for their engineering. I find that really hard to swallow. But there you go. Well, they're not exactly, the huge smoke units are not exactly expensive. They've always been quite a cheap option. Not cheap, but well engineered and working in a known fashion. And for a model that hasn't got much room in it, like the boiler in this Sierra number 3, it's really difficult to fix anything else in there. Even one of Hornby's vapor units would have a job with a tank small enough to get in there. Function 6, that throws a relay in the tender, and I get power. There we go. Heavy load, F9. Yeah, that's fine, Ivo. The piezo ones are okay, but it's getting them small enough. You see, with the huge smoke units, you can have a very thin tube. You can even put them in N scale. But with a piezo unit, it's you need a tank with a sponge in it, and then the piezo unit sits on there, soaking up the water and turning it into vapor. You can only do that down so small. When you get down to the size of these locomotives, that's going to be really, really difficult. And the piezo ones, particularly the Hornby one, isn't very good. It stops and it starts. It's to me, it's a bit unreliable, and it's a pain to go through the CVs and get the chuff sorted out and the standstill sorted out. It's a pain. No, they'll work quite happily in DC. Lots of the huge smoke units work 12 volts DC or 15 volts AC. If I hit number 6, the relay will switch in the tender and it gives power to the smoke unit, and cut pop. There we go. Right, I'll just slow down number 597 because he's catching him up hand over fist. Right, that's better. They were getting a bit close. Sorry about that. Recall 6 off. Well, Dino's off. Thanks for coming in, Dino. Always a pleasure having you in. I need to speed up this one as well. Much faster. Let's get a bit of air between those two. Here comes Sierra Southern 440. Right, I'll slow it down a bit. Right, that's more like it. Quite difficult to get 4 trains on 2 tracks, equidistant. Hey, there's Randall Ellison. A very good day to you, Randall. Here comes Sierra number 3. Where's smoke? I give you smoke. Now. Hey! She's smoking. Think she could do with a little bit more now. Yep, power off. As soon as that starts to get a bit low, you really have to take the power off of it. Otherwise, it will burn the element out. But all you need then is some of this. There's the spelling. Sooth. And you need something to shoot up with. Child-proof cap. Can't be that child-proof. I got past it. Right. We'll get 5 milliliter of this. About that much should do it. And then I will inject that into the locomotive as it comes past. So I'll leave the hypodermic there. Pop the cap back on, otherwise it will start to evaporate. Okay, thanks Tony. Always great having you in, mate. Keep those videos popping out and I'll happily watch them. Right, come on then. Roughly about there. And it's as simple as that. Just take a steady hand. But the next time around, I'll hit function 6, and that will bring it back into full smoke. And we have James in. Of course, I have James to thank for the Rapido D10. Also Todd, of course. But James was the prime mover and shaker in obtaining this wonderful locomotive. So I'm indebted to James for that one. Right, I'm just going to have to give 597 a little more urge. That looks about right. And then we'll have another demonstration of Sierra number 3 smoke. Believe you me, it was not easy trying to get it into that. It probably wouldn't work on this one. You'd have to literally do away with the whole plastic funnel and fashion something else. One made out of silicone or ceramic. But fortunately, it fits well in the Sierra number 3. Which I've hit the smoke. It should be coming out any second now. A little blow down the funnel always helps. think I must have overfilled that a bit. I'll just let it burn off some of that. It's on its way round to you, ladies and gentlemen. And then after that, I'm going to call it a day and run some more trains, and I'll let you go about your normal family lives. And Dinmore Junction, a very good day to you. Hope all is well with you and that the weather is clement. Okay, Randall, here comes Sierra number 3. The engine they used in Casey Jones and Back to the Future. Wonderful films. And that's my version. There you go. Okay, ladies and gents. Right. Let's make a grab. Shaky cam. No problems with that came out this time. Hey. Right, let's see if I can shut up Sierra number 3. Ladies and gents, thank you all very much for coming in on this November day. Thanks, Chris. Very kind of you. Sprue and Glue, hello. Hey. Going to a train show today. Well, enjoy that, James. I'm sure you'll be grabbing lots and lots of stuff. Going to be cold to run trains for me today. I'll probably just editing videos. Yeah, okay. There's Marks West Junction, Andy. Hello, Andy. I'm sorry if I didn't catch anybody on the way in. It's trying to keep 4 trains apart on 2 tracks is always difficult. And if I had all the sounds on today, it would be a complete din. I did try it. Thanks, Martin. Always a pleasure seeing you. Thanks, everybody, for coming in, and have a really good week. And don't do anything that I wouldn't do, which leaves you wide open. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in Dwight's stream, which is tonight. That's 7 o'clock UK time, because the clocks have now equalised. Grandpa Rails, great to see you, JD. John number 1. And it's supposed to be a bit of fun. Model railroading and model railways are not supposed to be ugly. They're supposed to be fun, and it's lovely when things all run well. But as you've seen, you do get snags, and it's live. So there you go. Thanks, everybody, for coming in, and have a great week. I'll see you at Dwight's, and this is Andy saying, adios, amigos. Where's the off button? Can somebody open the door and let us out? Later, guys and gals. Bye.